products here are Carla approved. Gonna start off with skincare. We're gonna start strong. Skin Fix Foaming Oil Cleanser. If I could sign up for a lifetime supply of this, I would. This cleanser has been the most consistent and the most reliable for my skin. It's called an oil cleanser, but it's not a cleansing oil. It's not something that you rub into your skin to remove your makeup before following up with another cleanser. This is just a cleanser that contains oils in it. It's fragrance free. It's non-stripping. When I use it, I genuinely feel like my skin feels more hydrated than it did before I washed my face. That's pretty hard for a cleanser to do, and this one is chef's kiss. Next is the Murad Cellular Hydration Repair Serum. This is a staple for me for using with my retinoids, whether it be Arousalo or tretinoin. I swear this has helped prevent so much irritation, and it has helped to protect my barrier and strengthen it so that I don't deal with a damaged barrier as much as I used to when I'm using retinoids. It just has a lot of ingredients in here that are great for your barrier. I've said that word enough times. I genuinely love this, and I've gone through multiples of it also. This is for those of you that are in the US of America, because unfortunately dieux is not available at Sephora Canada. The dieux Instant Angel Moisturizer is one of my favorites, hands down. It is rich, it's nourishing, it's plumping. When you put it on, it doesn't feel like it sits on top of your skin. It's not greasy, it absorbs nicely. It leaves my skin feeling so plump, lush, moisturized, just great. I love it. I wish it was available at Sephora Canada. The Youth to the People Superfood Cleanser. I love this cleanser. I don't use it every single day because it can be a little bit strong for my skin, but on days where I really want a deep clean and I want to make sure that everything is off my skin, this is the one I always reach for. It does have a fragrance which I actually love. It smells like freshly cut green herbs and flowers from a garden. I especially love using it in the morning because the scent, it just feels like it wakes me up. Moving on to body care, we have Necessaire the body wash. This is in my Sephora cart because I have only tried the smaller sizes. I love Olibanum. I love Santal. These two are in my cart. They leave my skin feeling really clean, not stripped. The scent is really nice and luxurious. It's not like overwhelming. It's not super sweet. Olibanum is a really nice woody green vanilla. Santal is a creamy sandalwood. Love both of them. I'm gonna get both of them. I really want to try the body products. I'm on the fence about getting those, but this I 100% recommend. Especially if you have eczema like I do. I tend to get it on my arms. I'm dealing with it right now. This was my fault for putting something else on my skin that I shouldn't have. But when I was using these, it didn't trigger my eczema, so love them. Sol de Janeiro Delicia Drench Body Butter. I need this in this size. Please. This is the best formula. It's the best scent. This one is completely polished. I love it so much. It's really rich, it's soft, it's nourishing, it's hydrating. The skin on my body tends to be a lot drier than the skin on my face. So a formula like this that is rich and whipped and just so oomph is so good for my skin. Moving on to makeup, and I swear by the Danessa Myricks blushes. These ones are like a cream type of formula, but when you blend them out, they're so smooth, easy to blend, not patchy. The color payoff is stunning. You can put it on and just have a sheer wash of color, but you can also build it up if you like something more intense. The color range is also perfection. Everyone will have a color that works for them in this. I just love these. I swear by them. I feel like they're so underrated, and I genuinely think this is the best cream blush formula on the market. A complexion product that I've personally been loving and using a ton is the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. I love this one because I feel like it has the perfect amount of coverage. I'm so used to wearing full coverage foundations that venturing into tinted moisturizer territory was a little bit scary for me because I thought it would just be basically no coverage. This one is really nice. It gives you just enough coverage, but it doesn't completely cover your skin. If you have any little blemishes or like freckles or anything like that, you'll still see it coming through. So your skin looks natural. It just looks more evened out. And I honestly find that once I put on my concealer and powder my face and everything else, it pretty much looks the same. And it just feels really comfortable on my skin. The Rare Beauty Brow Gel is my #1 brow gel. I keep coming back to it. I've tried a lot of other ones and it's not that they're bad, but I just feel like this one holds my brows so much better. And I have pretty stubborn brows. My brow hairs are really fine and thin, but they tend to just pop out throughout the day. And this one holds them in place really, really nicely. It doesn't flake. It doesn't go gunky. I do find that you need to do your brows first, because if you end up doing your brows after you put on your complexion, you sometimes will end up getting your makeup in here and then it goes gunky and it doesn't look good. So do your brows first. And this is amazing. A new release that I'm wearing right now, and I'm loving the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. This is not your typical setting spray. And before we get into it, there is a difference between setting sprays and fixing sprays. The way I use setting spray is to melt my makeup together after putting on my powder. It just makes everything look more uniform and more skin-like. A setting spray isn't typically going to make your makeup last longer though. That is what a fixing spray will do. So think of the one size Until Dawn. That's a fixing spray. This is a setting spray, but it's unique in that it actually has blurring properties. This product has rice starch in it, and it has a super, super fine mist. So when you mist that on your face, it has rice starch in there that's going to dry down, give your skin a kind of really soft, diffused, soft focused type of look. Aside from melting everything together, you're also getting a dusting of the rice starch on top that's going to give you that soft airbrush type of look. And I just think it's beautiful. I have one hair care product that I swear by, I've been using for so long, and as someone with PCOS that has caused hair thinning, hair loss, scalp problems, the Way Scalp Serum has been a lifesaver for me. This really helps with the density of my hair, the thickness of my hair, and it just is 100% worth it. Out of all the scalp serums I've tried, I feel like this is the one that I can actually see a noticeable difference in my hair and my scalp. It also smells stunning, a little bit rosy, herbal, and just like really refreshing. But it's not about how it smells, it's about how it works. And this one absolutely works. Now let's talk about fragrance. First, we have Commodity Gold Personal. I could not smell this for so long. And I recently revisited my Discovery set. And when I smelled this one again, it just magically appeared to me and I fell in love. This is such a beautiful woody ambery scent. And typically when you think of woody ambery scents, it's going to be something richer, deeper, and darker. This one has a really nice lightness to it. It's soft. I feel like this one is really suitable for just daily wear. It's not a super loud fragrance, which sometimes I honestly prefer. I don't want all my fragrances to be super beast mode. I want some that stay within arm's reach of my body, and this one is really, really nice. Sweet by Ellis Brooklyn, severely underrated. This one reminds me of Glossier You if it was sweeter and more marshmallowy. It has that type of scent profile where it's very clean. It's a sweet, musky orris fragrance with a really beautiful dose of juicy pear. It's officially spring, which means summer is next, and Clementine Dream from the 7 Virtues is going to be on heavy rotation. A beautifully done, juicy, citrusy, creamy vanilla. I want to drink it. Last but absolutely not least is the new one from KAYALI, Fleur Majesty Rose Royale. You need to like rose to like this one. If you don't like rose, it's probably not for you. To me, this is honestly a very juicy, fruity, rose violet fragrance. And in the dry down on my skin, I actually get a lot of powdery violet coming through, but it's very sweet throughout the duration of the fragrance. It's not a realistic rose. It doesn't smell like grabbing a bouquet of roses and sticking your nose in it. The type of rose it is actually reminds me of rose macarons or like a rose flavored type of dessert. Some people say this smells like Delina. It doesn't smell like Delina to me, or Delina exclusive. I can see a comparison between Delina La Rosée mixed with Palatine because there is definitely a very prominent powdery violet in here. And the longevity on this one is phenomenal. One more, because whenever there's a Sephora sale, I always add one of these to my cart. This is the only brush you need to do your complexion. I use this for every single cream product in my complexion. I use it for my foundation, I use it for my bronzer, I use it for my blush, I use it for my concealer. This one brush will help you get that all down, all blended out. These ones are dirty because I use them, but the bristles on these are so soft, which helps with the blending. They're dual-ended, so you have the bigger side here and the smaller side. This is the side I use for concealer. This is what I use for the rest of my face. It's just so good. Makeup by Mario F4, the one brush you need for your whole complexion. That's it for my Sephora sale recommendations. These are not necessarily things I'm gonna get because I already have them. These are just things that I currently have, use, and love.